Hello, all my merrymakers. I am Becca, and welcome to All the Things Thursday. For all my good old-fashioned merrymakers who have been here all the time, giving the likes and the views, I very much appreciate it. It helps this channel. For anybody new here and checking us out, welcome. All the Things Thursday is my weekly check-in video where I talk about all the things that I've been working on that are yarny related usually. And yeah, there's not many exceptions, but they do come. Anyway, so if you were here last week, I talked about putting all of my intention on a certain project. When I made that statement, I forgot a very crucial thing. My roommate's was going to have her two sons for an extended weekend. Yeah. And she still had to work. So on both Monday and Tuesday, I was responsible for 4 children. So I did not get to work on my shawl as much as I wanted to, but I was able to work on other projects. And if you didn't see last week's video, or again, if you're new here, you're probably going, what shawl? And it is this shawl. So last week I was on repeat 9 of 13. And this week I am on repeat 11 of 13. So I still did get some time in on this guy, girl, whatever. This is a testing knit pattern that I'm doing for a designer called Riss Flower Knits. I think for the size I'm making, once it's finished, it's supposed to be like, the wingspan is supposed to be almost 90 inches. So this is going to be one big boy. Now I've got 2 of my longest, or I should say longer cables. And it's time to add another cable because I'm running out of room. So I'm going to be doing that. But since I only worked on this when the children were not awake, I was able to get some other projects done. So project number 1, that is a finished object. This is a shawl that I have been making for my sister, made with Hobby Universe XL yarn. I forget the colorway number. I do apologize. I've said it before, so if you're curious, go back and look at my other videos. And I just did the 4-row repeat until I basically ran out of yarn, and then I added a picot edging. I played some serious yarn chicken with this. This is all that is left. So got really close. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I know some people use their like yarn remnants like this for like amigurumi and stuff like that. I mean, it is kind of squishy, so why not? So that will be going into a box with a card and being shipped off to my sister tomorrow. Because again, her birthday is the 1st of May, and I want to make sure that it hopefully gets to her in time, with her living all the way up north. Their weather, I'm sure, is just as pleasant as our weather has been. But has that been the only thing I finished? No. This is something that I started kind of in the background. This is most likely homespun yarn. Homespun is a type of yarn done by Lion brand. It is a boucle yarn. A lot of people don't like working with it. I have found that I really enjoy it. Oh no. I have a drop stitch. Do you see that? Where did it go? I have a drop stitch. No. Oh, you gotta be joking, kidding me. Wait, is that a drop stitched? I'm gonna pull on it. Okay, no, that's not a drop stitch. Oh my goodness. Anyway. But I enjoy knitting with it. Now I've tried crocheting with it. Crocheting with it is not my favorite. But knitting with it is, I love it. I love the colors and I love the way they transition. This is a pattern I found on Ravelry. It is a free pattern. I believe it is called the boyfriend hat. And I could have made it a little bit longer just so I could flip it up, but I chose to just leave it here. This is kind of loose on me. So this would probably fit somebody with a slightly bigger head, and you can kind of see the differences. Like it's a three knit, 2 purl repeat that you can kind of see once it's on my head. I decided to take the remainder of this yarn and start a cowl. But I haven't gotten very long. I'm just going back and forth. I'm not following any sort of pattern. Just gonna go until it reaches all the way around and then bind off and join it. And for both of these, I am using 10.5 millimeter knitting needles. And then this next one's kind of a spoiler alert because it's using yarn from a yarn unboxing that won't be posted until Saturday. So if you don't want to know, don't look until Saturday. And then I will also post this project in the, I still want to call it the community tab, the post tab. All right, I got it in my hands. If you don't want to see, look away. So that's, I know it's not very big, but it's literally just like a little thing to go on the ground in the bathroom upstairs, and it matches all the colors inside that upstairs bathroom. So I think that is going to go very nicely. I totally overbought. So I do have leftover yarn, and today I actually uncovered some yarn that's similarly colored. So I might be making some washcloths to donate soon, just so that it can be used up. And then last but not least, I was busy this week. I broke this out. So this yarn is Barocca Medina. It is 37% cotton, 36% acrylic, 27% viscose. It is a lightweight 3. It recommends a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook, but I'm using a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm doing just fine. And I am doing a shawl called, I think it's called Bruinen or something, and it's by Jasmine Rasanen. I'm gonna try to show you only her name without showing you the pattern. You know what? I'm just gonna type it in the description box down below. But it is a free pattern on Ravelry. It has both written and chart instructions. So I'm a really big fan of that, and it's fairly simple design, where it's like a 6-row repeat until you run out of yarn again. And since I've got quite a lot of this, we'll see. We'll see how big the shawl is going to be once we're done. And I do like that the color doesn't quite pull into stripes. It's definitely giving me like vintage, almost copper feels. Not like David Copperfield, but feels like antiqued copper. So yeah, actually quite a bit done this week. Now, my roommate did have to take her sons back to their dad, and so I am back to just 2 children now. So I will feel a little bit safer about working on the shawl. Can't believe my brain just blanked on the word shawl of all things. So with that in mind, and the fact that I'm on repeat 11, I can say with more confidence this week, I will definitely get section 1 done, and I would like to be a third into section 2. Would like to be. No promises on that one. And then when we get to section 3, it gets interesting, because that's where the beading starts. And I'm not sure I have enough beads, but I've got a plan on how I want the beads to be used. I'm not going to put beads everywhere they suggest to put beads. I'm only going to put beads in some places that I've already determined that they're going to be beads, because it actually accentuates the pattern instead of detracting from the pattern. Oh. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give a like to the video down below. Feel free to, especially if you're a subscriber and would like to stay subscribed. That way the evil YouTube overlords don't unsubscribe you from my channel against your will. Feel free to comment down below. It helps my analytics. If you're not subscribed yet, I have yarn. Subscribe. It's just that easy. And plus, hit that notification bell. If you want to help this channel grow, share the video with everyone you know. And in the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.